Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. We will be playing today, I'll do a short one. We will be playing today Pirate Borg. So, thank you very much for rejoining. It's the same bit I say every time. I might as well do a little bit cut, a bit minor. Thank you for being a subscriber. I really do appreciate your subscription more than you could know. If you haven't subscribed yet, I actively encourage you to subscribe. We've got some new things that are going to start just showing soon. Then you'll be able to see them starting. Thank you to our members. And we shall dive in. Pirate Borg. So where we left what we're doing in Pirate Borg at the moment is we are working our way through some of the content which comes within the core book around Coral Bay and Coral Town and Black Coral Bay. And at the moment we have gone over to Skeleton Point, which is a dungeon, a point to investigate. And we're beginning to explore our way through, and we're working through how we would use pre-written material in a solo type fashion. And so what I have done is we have entered Skeleton Point. It's during the daytime. We have done, we've decided that we can explore 4 things in a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I think I did that for Mouse Ritter, or Frog Errant rather, because I haven't actually played Mouse Ritter proper. We played the Frog Errant variant. And so we've fulfilled our morning and we've started into the afternoon. I have a note here saying roll a random encounter. So before we go through to do our next part, we might do a random encounter. But I will remind you where we are. We have entered the castle proper. We are within the foyer. We have just stolen a massive painting on the side of the wall. We didn't notice that it was painted by Veronica, but we thought we could we thought we could get some cash for it, didn't we, lads? Oh, yes, we did, Captain. And we can see that there are 3 exits from this foyer. There's some stairs going up to what we think might be a dining room. There's a passageway going through to the back, and there are some rickety spirally stairs that seem to go up to this section here. Now, I haven't read ahead any of those 3 sections. I said I was going to, but I decided against it. I haven't done that yet. But what we're going to do is we will roll my phone's off of charge, so we can actually use the GM emulator today. So I used the app, the GM emulator app, and I did try it on an iPad, but it's a bit too big and a bit too bulky, and also my iPad is ancient and it dies within a few minutes. Like, the battery's not very good. It only works if it's on charge, and I don't have enough charging cables to run these 2 cameras and the iPad. And so I've been doing it on my phone. It's really good. It's a pay for, but it's really good if you like to use GM emulator or you'd like to explore it. It's a really good option. The book will give you instructions on how to do the full GM emulator scene change, using threads, moving towards threads, away from threads, etc, etc. But the app on its own will give you keywords, give you oracle type looks up, and give you the chaos factors and various different things within the scenes and the randomness. Very good. Anyway, I digress. So we have a random encounter table for the day. We will roll a d10 as our collective crew. Captain Pete, Stains. I just can't remember XO. XO, Boudoir, and Young Master Bates. I have to say Boudoir to get Bates' voice. D10, a 7. 3 rooks, use carrion goals. They are curious, stupid, and fat. So, as we would to G us along, so as putting our DM hat on, we will try and G our players along, because we do know that combats within here do seem to come out quite quickly. We are going to throw 3 rooks, are going to come out of the rafters in the foyer. They've just woken up because it's late in the afternoon. Carrion goals. I think we used carrion goals earlier. They woke up as it's late in the afternoon. They're peckish and they can see these people down the bottom, and they're thinking, "Oh, we'll have a bit of that." So they are big fat rooks. Rooks like a blackbird or a crow. I'll see if I can stick a picture of a rook up there. But these look awful. And so they've come swooping down. They've seen the crew. standing there, and which way shall we go then? Hey lads, where do you reckon we'll go? Oh my God! As they start swooping down and start attacking our heroes. First thing we do is we will roll initiative as they come swooping down. Do they catch the crew unawares? 2 plus captain's 2, 4. With a captain just about reacts in time as they come swooping down. There's 3 of these rooks. They're sort of swooping and circling. The captain will take his favourite item now that he has ever possessed because he's realised if he just points at something and pulls the trigger, they often fall over. He will now attempt to shoot at the rooks. Now, I'm going to say hitting the rooks is a 14 because they are constantly moving around. And at the moment, at least at this turn, the Stains, who doesn't have a ranged weapon, will not be able to do anything unless he throws Betty too, which shouldn't actually have broken. So just for I mentioned it vaguely last session. A brute's weapon that a brute starts with is unbreakable, so it doesn't break. So I broke Stain's hammer when he was trying to break down the door. I shouldn't have done that. So anyway, Captain Pete, I'm going to pull the trigger and try to kill one. And I do! He pulls the trigger, it goes boom! I love this. It was brilliant. Best 50 silver I spent. Doing 2d4 as it shoots into one of the rooks. It's definitely going to kill them. They've all got 2 hit points. Doing 5 points. One of the rooks explodes and bits of it fall to the ground. This will provide 1 disgusting ration, as the book says. Taking the lead, we will have XO. Oh, don't you worry, Captain. I will protect you. Will you, lad? He also needs 14s. He's got +2. So 10, he misses, he shoots, hits the chandelier, which rocks from side to side. Dust all comes down, coating the rooks and coating the crew. Then we have Bits. I'll give it a go, Captain. Don't you worry. So he'll shoot his musket. What's the Bates got? Bates has also got +2. No, Bates is even worse. Bates, he panics and shoots, and then the chandelier starts going even faster. The rooks will now, let's say the rooks will get an attack, and then we'll let Stains have an attack. So the two rooks will swoop in, and they'll attempt to attack the crew, and then Stains will get to have a go because they'll be close enough for Stains to hit. So let's go. We've got D4, haven't we? 1, 2, 3, 4 is Captain, XO, Stains, and then Bates. Bates. So one's going to go for Bates. Both are going to swoop down for Bates. He looks little. Let's have him. We'll have him for our tea. So my 2 swoop into Bates. I roll 2 D20s. Bates, on the other hand, only needs to hit a 14. No, a 12, because he's dodging them swooping in. He has an agility of +3, so he only needs to get 9s. I'll roll 2 D20s. He gets a 13 and an 18. So they come swooping in, and Bates ducks down, and using his musket, he sort of protects himself from them swooping down. And as they do that, Stains goes, "Don't worry, little lad, I'll have them." And he steps in and tries to give him a crack. They're now within range, so with his hammer, he should be fine to hit him. He has a -2 for the hammer, which would then put that down to a 12. And he's got a strength of +2, which means he needs 10s. 15 hits. Betty does a D6, although his fists would be better. But then he wouldn't get the -2. Doing 6 points of damage. He clips one of them across the back. It spirals, hits where the painting was before they nicked it, and does a tiny little splat and then falls to the ground. We will then, so if the rooks win the next thing, this last rook might fly out the portcullis doors, because he's had 2 of his mates are gone. He's not stupid enough to stay around. So we will re-roll. 3, which is +2 for the captain, which gives us a 5. Bits is going to, what's Bits going to do? Well, Captain's going to put his flintlock down and he's actually going to get his sword out. He'll get his sword out. Exor is going to reload. Bates is going to switch from his musket to his machete. And Stearns is going to say, "Come on then, you little bird." Which means that none of them can attack until the bird swoops in, so the bird gets to go first. The bird is going to have a morale roll. They have a morale of 5, which means that if I roll over 5 on 2d6, like I just did with a 9, what happens is the bird will have second thoughts, and then it will duck and swoop out of the portcullis doors. It's thinking better of it than attacking them.
Bloody hell! What's this place like then, eh?
Well, I thought that was quite invigorating. So the captain will reload his flintlock. Bates will reload his musket. And Exo will reload his musket.
Alright then, lads. As we were before, we were rudely interrupted by whatever the hell they were. And I've got a sneaking suspicion that was just chucked in as some kind of random encounter.
Do you know, Captain, I think that sounds quite right. I don't even know why he bothered, because we were definitely going to kill them. They're just rooks.
I know, but 3-headed monkeys could have turned up, and that could have been right interesting.
So where do they go? Let's think. Now, what would seem most attractive to them? They've got they're looking up some stairs. They've got these rickety stairs that goes up. They can sense that would go up towards that ship. That might be quite interesting, but a bit on the dangerous side. There's a dark tunnel which leads through, hallway, which leads through the back, which is a back passage. They could go down back passage, but instead I think they'll go upstairs. So there's these elaborate double staircase going up.
Do you know, lads, I reckon if we're going to get some nice stuff...
Do you mean try to find Veronica, Captain?
Oh yes, that's what I mean. I mean try to find Veronica. I mean find the lost poor little lass.
They're going to go up the double stairs. So he starts striding up the stairs. As they come up these stairs, they go for, I don't know, how long? Oh, it's just a short jaunt. He goes 2 stairs at a time, Captain Pete, striding forwards, oblivious to any problems that could be facing them. And they enter a long dining hall with a big long table with lots of chairs tucked underneath. There's dust over everything, and lining on both walls there's suits of armour. On either side of this great hall, there are floor-to-ceiling stained glass windows. Like quite pretty pictures. There's some delicate flowers, some nature scenes. Most of the glass is broken, but some are still standing, and you can see like where the lead line it would be, and you can still make out the patterns even though they're broken. It's quite nice. And so in this room, we've got the stairs going back. All right,
we're going to say that they're going to search this room.
Because they would search the room, and we'll do a search roll, but I can tell you now, they're not going to find anything. So they wander around, they're looking under all the tables, there's quite a lot of tables, they're poking their heads inside all the suits of armour to see what's going on in there, and they're looking around.
There's nothing here, lads.
I don't think that will take them that long, actually, so I'm going to give them one other thing to do before we'll call it a day and it starts to get dark outside, and then we'll hit night time and we'll do like the nighttime encounters. So from this room, there's a passageway that's near the back of the room that seems to lead down some stairs. We have a stairwell at the back of the room which seems to go up into the main body of Skeleton Point. And of course we've got the double stairs which goes back down to the foyer. I think what I might have them do, let's do a GM emulator. I mean, because we know we can do a new scene, or we'll do a scene check, because if the scene check comes up with something other than normal, we will throw in another encounter. What we've got? Interruption, NPC action, assist burden. Well, there's no NPC that can actually turn up and assist them, so we'll just have a daytime encounter. D10? 10. Okay. What's that say? NPC action, assist burden. All right. So as they're standing there going,
all right, lads. What are we gonna do then?
Coming down those stairs, that lead up here, and coming down here, 10, is a young lady who is dressed in black. She's dressed all in black, velvet, real big dress, black velvet, big buffy dress at the bottom. She's got some heels on, and obviously she's not that like completely. She's sort of getting used to wearing them, not totally used to them, particularly coming down these rickety stairs. And she has a black veil over the top, over her head, and all of the 4 lads stand there going,
"Oh my God! Is this some kind of undead thing?"
And she lifts up the veil, and then young Bates goes,
Boudoir. Oh, it looks like Veronica.
"What are you doing here? Why are you here? I tell you, it's not very wise to be here. It's late in the afternoon."
All right, love. We've come to get you.
"You've done what?" She stops halfway up the stairs. "I don't want to be got. I was just going for a bit of a walk around the castle before the Baron appears."
Before the Baron appears? What do you mean the Baron appears?
"Yes, he'll be appearing soon, and we get to hang out together. It's quite nice. We thought we'd go to the library today, and I'd read him some books."
You what, love?
"Yes. Now, why don't you just bugger off? Go back to your ways in town. Go speak to my father." And she turns around and starts to head back up. They will, let's see what sort of, let's give them a agility test to sort of like chase after her.
Captain Pete. 5. No, Captain Pete trips over his boots. One of his bootlaces, he doesn't have bootlaces, he has buckles.
So he goes to head up the stairs, chips on a loose floorboard, and she goes up the stairs into the library, and I guess they're going to go to the library next, and enters the library. At that point, hold on, there's a little dot there. Can you see that little dot with like an S? Is that a secret passage? I hope so, because that means secret passage. All right, cool. So she goes up into the library, right? Well, that makes sense. That's good. Like that naturally works, that she would go up into the library, because if they find Veronica or like too soon, that's too quick. So they know Veronica's here. This is good. She's gone into the library. All the lads, we've got one search bit left. They're going,
"Oh, lads, quick, up the stairs."
And they all go running up the stairs. This will give them a success too. And they all, decision made, I was going to send them down to the kitchens. Instead, they're running up to the library. So they enter the library, which will be the last thing they do, and then it's going to be night time, and they're going to have to camp up in the library. Okay. Sorry, I just read the library bit. Right. It's massive space, because if you look at it, it's like half the space of the dining hall. They've never seen so many books. Like high shelves with those ladders that kind of go around on runners all the way around the outside.
Oh, Captain, this looks so cool.
What do you mean cool, lad? What sort of word's that?
So it's filled with ancient books from the Baron's own personal collection, and we know how expensive books were because we talked about that in Good Society. So we've got a selection of titles if they decide to look, but they can do searching in here, and of course, Veronica has disappeared because there's a secret passage. There's a huge fireplace, and it looks like it was recently used. From here, there are some stone stairs going up. There's some wooden stairs on the other side of the library, also going up. And then there's the stairwell going back down to the dining room that we've just come through. We could do a search of here, but if we spend any time in this room reading or just spending time here, which we're about to because we're going to do a search, it time dilates and turns to nighttime. And they'll be in the middle of nighttime before they know it. In a matter of moments, just time is going to pass and they're going to know. So the lads are going to have a search. So we can search the library, which is a Presence DR14, and that will unveil an occult section if we find it. So I don't think, Captain, do you mind if I stand watch and I don't look at the books? Because sometimes, I know I looked at that bookshelf and I could move it, but other times it kind of gives me a headache.
That's all right, lad. You just stand there and that's okay.
Bates is already up some of the ladders going, "Oh, Captain, this is awesome."
Awesome, cool, awesome. What are you on about, lad?
And Exo will... Maybe Exo can't read, can he? Exo's going to look at the books, but we won't bother making a presence roll for him, because Exo's got that book of Wordsworth poems that he pretends he can read, but Exo can't actually read. I remember saying that. I remember saying Exo has a book, he's got a book of poems, but he can't read. And so he's got a book of Wordsworth's poems, but he can't read it. So he's gonna get out his pipe and go to start smoking his pipe, because I've just noticed he's got a pipe down.
Don't smoke your pipe, lad. You might set fire to books.
Captain and Bates are the only two who can actually do a search. So Captain's going to search around. This is a DR14 presence check. The Captain has a presence of 0. 12, no. Normally that would be a really good success, but he doesn't. So he finds loads of books. He finds books such as A Sudden Flood, several old famous plays, Wartime Apothecary, Principessa Oceanus, and that's about it really. He's just looking at some of the books. And then we got Bates. Bates has a +2. 8. No, Bates doesn't find it. So what they would find is in the occult section. And if they had found the occult section, in leafing through the occult books, they could learn a random ritual. They could be able to learn a random ritual by rolling a presence test of DR12. They would learn a random ritual. So they don't do that. Now, what I will give them is they can have both of these two who are going through books can have a very hard presence test, which is rolling an 18 at this bit, to have just accidentally found the book which opens the secret passageway. So we've got
Captain?
no, and then we've got Bates. 3, no. So neither of them find the book. Just find the book, which is, if you want to know, if you come to this library and you want to find secret passage, it's the Republic of Walter. If you find the Republic of Walter, I don't know where it is on the shelf, I've not been there, but if you find it and pull it, it should open the secret passageway.
Alright, well, that were a bit pointless.
Let's give them a couple. They can have a couple of the books. They'll nick some books, and we'll say the books. They can get a total number of books that they'll give big old Steens to carry, because all he's got is a hammer and a dice. Mind you, they've got like some food. They've got enough food so they don't have to worry about stuff unless they're here forever. So he's going to get, 8 books. 8 books, and they're rare, so they will sell for 2d10. No, let's do a d100. A d100 silver. 52 silver pieces. 52 groats. Well, that's all right, Captain. I don't mind carrying them books for you. We can take it back town, flog them. And then it starts, and then they go,
bloody hell, it's got dark quite quickly, isn't it, lads?
So now we've got night time. So now a night shift would be 2 shifts. I think we're going to do like Captain never sleeps. So we'll have 2 night shifts. The Captain and Bates are going to go on watch, and then we'll have Staines and Exor will have a watch. So first off, we'll do for the Captain and did anything bad happen? No, it just goes night time. So what they're going to do is they're going to use this room. They're going to pull up some of the nice velvety chairs, the green, nice, big, soft reading chairs, and 2 of them are going to have a sleep, whilst the other 2 are going to sort of stand around and keep watch. The Captain doesn't mind, because the Captain hardly ever sleeps. He doesn't like sleeping. So the Captain doesn't have to make a presence chest to stay awake, but Bates does have to make... let's do a spirit. Bates is going to make a spirit chest, +0. Bates, unbeknownst to the Captain, Bates falls asleep. Bates leans himself against a bookcase and falls asleep as the Captain's walking around just quietly telling him stories about his youth and saying, you youth today, you like, everything's easy for you, everything comes easy, none of you want to work, you just want to sit around and sort of like play on your books and read your sonnets all day long. You don't want to work and do a hard day's graft. I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I used to do that, and then he's going to notice that Bates is asleep. But whilst he notices that Bates is asleep, we will do, there's a 1 in 6 chance of a random encounter in each room. Yeah, so Veronica was only 1 in 6 chance, shouldn't they? If I roll a 1, no. So they stand there, And then when Captain realises that base is asleep, he just goes, "Oh, bloody boy!" He's going to leave him sleeping, and he is going to wake up Exo and Staines.
Oh, is it morning time yet, Captain?
No, lad, it's time for you to do some watching.
And then they are going to keep watch. No, and the morning comes. They'll eat some food. They're in the library. What happens at night? They notice at night that the room feels so different at night. I'm going to give them all. Everyone is slept, which is Bates. So Captain didn't sleep that night. Bates, Staines, and Exo have all got to make a presence test, spirit test of 12. So Staines makes it. Bates fails. Exo fails. So Exo and Bates have terrible nightmares. They still get enough sleep, but they have really bad nightmares all night. And all they're dreaming about is this castle and a huge 10-foot tall skeleton basically throwing them off the edge and into the rocks and then being pierced on the rocks. And then they sort of like come back into his hands and get thrown down and pierced on the rocks over and over. And both of them go,
Do you know, I had the worst dreams. I dreamt that I was being chucked off the edge of this cliff.
Do you know, so did I. It were horrible.
and they're getting really bad dreams. And everyone who was awake during the night, so Staines, Exo, and the captain, would know that the room looked totally different at night. It looked like completely different. The room looked damp and it smelt bad, and it smelt like wet, damp wood and wet, damp paper. But in the daytime, it's not that bad. In the day, it looks quite nice. But at night, there was like this whistling breeze that would come through the windows, and every now and then they'd hear a creak or something howling in the distance. It was awful. So, where to now? Where to now, lads?
Well, I don't know about everyone else, but I'd like to go and get something to eat. So can we find kitchens?
Well then, I reckon if we go back down to the dining room,
I'll just do another 2 for the morning, 2 for the afternoon.
we go back down dining room, there's probably a doorway down kitchen.
So they'll go. I really need to get some throat strips when doing Captain Pete. So they go back down to the dining room, and then they'll look around, and there's those stairs. So if they go back down to the dining room, that's 3. There was the stairwell up, and there was the stairwell going servants' passage down to kitchens, 11. So they're going to go down and have a look at the kitchens. Now, I didn't read the kitchens. What happens in the kitchens? So they'll go down to the kitchens. We'll cross off that first one. Then going down to the kitchens. It's standard kitchens. There's no windows in the kitchen. It's a bit dark and gloomy. Particularly when I get to this next bit. There's a fireplace with a cauldron. There's some wooden stalls, barrels, baskets, pots, pans, jars, dishwashware, and some dead explorers on the floor. On the ground, there are 4 dead corpses. They look like they've been recently killed. 3 appear to be stabbed to death, and the 4th one hasn't got a head. Let's give them a search. The captain's going to do a investigate a presence check. No, captain's got no idea, and I think Exo would have a look as well. 14. I'm going to give Exo that. Exo's going to go,
Do you know, Captain, you'll be quite interested in these. It looks like they were stabbed with quite a nice blade, and quite recently.
Really? And why would I be interested in stabbing things?
You know, 'cause you like doing that, don't you? You did that to the...
Shut up there, Exo.
all right, we'll give them a check to do a search. So what we've got from here, that's about it. They could cook some breakfast from here. I mean, might get put off by the dead bodies, the fresh corpses. Let's give them a search. Staines is going to be kicking one with his toe going,
Do you know, Captain, seems to be a bit of a waste just leave them here. I could search them and then sort of chuck them out window.
There's no window down here.
I could carry them upstairs, chuck them out window. I can do that whilst you lot do something else down here.
so they'll give a search. I'm going to give them, so there's 4 bodies, sorry. So we'll get 4 rolls on the loot the body table, and that will then take up that morning. And then we'll say Exo can be cooking. So whilst they're searching and Staines is getting rid of the bodies, Bates and Captain is going to sort of have a shifty around the room. Exo's going to light the fire and make him some breakfast. We've got 54 silver. 25, a single gold manacle with 5 links. Manacle, did I say? Yeah, manacle. Let's say that's worth 25 silver. They've got 82. 8 D8 gold doubloons worth 82. So they've got 82 silver, technically speaking. And 24, a black candle. That's the one with the no head. Black candle has got, the one with no head's got a black candle. So Staines is going to do all that, and he's going to take each of the bodies and he's going to take them upstairs, and
I'm just going to give them a decent burial.
Captain and Bates, they're going to have a bit of a search around the room. One of them, as part of doing the searching, will go, I wonder what's in this. Oh, bloody hell! Open up one of the barrels. There's, he can see that sitting on the top of what looks like hundreds of thousands of maggots, there's a severed head, which is slowly being devoured by them. Oh my God, I thought this was light-hearted, but no, that's horrible. As it's devouring that. And as they're doing that, the
XO, Captain, I've knocked up a lovely breakfast for everyone.
Now, XO has got, his cooking ability that he learnt when he leveled up last session. Well, not last session, you know, that when I did the leveling up. So when he cooks, they all heal a D4 hit points. I don't know if any of them have taken any hit points. Oh, no. Bates has taken 2 hit points. I can't remember why. He gets 4 hit points back, which means that he's back on full. Staines was also on full. Now, Captain had used up his Devil's Luck, so he can get a D2's Devil Luck. So he gets 1 Devil's Luck plus 1 for his lovely feather that he keeps behind his ear. 2. If he can get a hat, he's going to start looking for a hat. If he can get himself a hat soon, he might look a bit...
I'll look a bit more dapper with a hat. Maybe just crooked slightly to the side. You know, the old Spanish look. Bit of my magic feather. Tops.
So they're in the kitchens. They've used up the first half of the morning in sort of having a search, moving stuff around. The XO's starting to fire. It's quite warm and cosy in the kitchens at the moment. It's really quite nice. Do you know, Captain, I could stay here all day.
Yeah, I know, but we're not gonna. We're gonna look for that Veronica, and we'll also see if we can find anything else interesting.
Whilst they're doing that, let's give them a chance of a daytime encounter in there. No. So instead, what they're going to do, so from here, we have a passageway that seems to lead further out back. We've got the stairs going back up, and there seems to be a door with a stairwell that seems to be just on the side of the wall. They will go and check that door, and it's locked. So the captain is going to have a quick shifty at that door. It's an iron door, and that's all they can tell. There's a keyhole, so it looks like there'd be a key that would open it. So what I'm doing here, just to let you into it, I am DMing, talking out loud to you, and not as though you were the player. Because what this says is that it's a 2-inch thick rusty iron door, which is strong with a keyhole. They can't tell it's 2 inches thick because it's closed, but what they can tell, it's got a keyhole. It says here where the key is, which is in the Baron's chambers, but they don't know that. We can try and pick the lock if they want to. And what this does is it leads down to a vault. They don't know that because the door's closed. So what they might do, picking the lock, it's a DR20 agility test. I check for random count, so it will take them the whole of that next searching bit for the captain to be standing there trying, and someone else trying to pick the lock.
Shall we try picking lock?
Let's do. We'll do a scene check. Expected scene, so everything's fine. I reckon it's unlikely that they have the patience, that the rest of the crew has the patience to sit around, and they're going to start getting bored as soon as he starts doing it. Are they going to stand around and let him pick the lock? No. So he gets out, so he starts getting some of the cutlery and various other bits.
He's going, right, lads, I reckon I can get this open. I'm bloody good at this stuff. I can do this, no problem.
And they're going,
Oh, I'm bored already. Can we go? There's a whole castle here that we could explore. I don't want to stand here. It's boring.
Boudoir. Do you know, Captain, I think I might be better at it, but I can't even be bothered. Let's go have a look. There's a passageway out back.
so instead, they're gonna wander off. The captain's gonna go,
Oh, bloody hell, I bet I could have done that too.
could he? He would need to roll, he's got an agility of 2, he'd need to roll 18. No, he wasn't gonna be able to do that. So they will head through the passageway that goes towards the back of the kitchens, which goes to number 12, which is a butler's chamber. We will roll our d6, new room. 1! All right, so we've got an encounter in this room. It's a daytime encounter. So first off, it's got a smallish room with a bed and a desk, which is old and poorly made. On the desk, there is a journal. They haven't opened it yet, so they don't know what's going on. We only have, so we've got 2 exits from here. There's a doorway that goes further on and a passageway, but we have an encounter in this room. So, because we rolled the 1, so we have a d10, a 9. Okay. There, as they walk in, there is d10. No, that's too many. I'm going to half that. It says D10 pirates. That's too many. I'm going to say there's 4 pirates. 4 pirates. 4 pirates. They walk in, and there's a whole bunch of pirates like trying to go. They're about to open up that door at the back because what they'd done is they'd slept in here, and they heard the crew, and they looked through, and they saw Staines just dumping bodies, and they thought, oh my god, they killed those people. And so there's these 4 pirates who are in this room. I'm going to give them a reaction roll, and we'll see how they are. And if they go aggressive, they're just going to charge straight in. Otherwise, they're going to run away. Well, we've got 7. Indifferent, neutral. All right there, lads. Hey, all right there, lads. Hey, hey, all right. Hey, what you doing here? Eh? We're just going down here. Now, what's it, if that goes down? All right, they don't know where that goes. That's going to go to 13. Does that go to... Yeah, that goes to 13. All right, so... let's think. What are we going to do? So they're going to say, we're just going down here. Hey, you can have a look at this room, can't you? It's great. You stay here. We're going down here. And so they're going to attempt to back away. The captain is going to... Let's give the captain, I reckon... Between 1 and 4, the captain's going to tell them to get out.
Get out, otherwise I'm sitting the big lad on you.
5. All right. I don't know. Is he going to be kind and just let him? He's not going to want them to explore here. Oh, no. They're pirates. He's going to say, Captain Pete's going to...
Right, you. Bugger off. This is ours. We're searching here. You lot, get out.
Oh, come on. It's enough castle for all of us, isn't there? We can search around here. You can go search somewhere else. There's nothing going to be... It's all... If we find anything, we'll share it with you.
No, you bloody not. You're going to get out. Or else.
So he's going to attempt to get them to go out. Oh! Oh! Let's make him use the ritual. Unbeknownst to him, he's going to use the ritual. Now, if he does a presence chest that succeeds, 12, and the ritual succeeds, spirit of 12, they are going to find, they're going to just, like, they don't know why, but they feel overwhelmingly inclined to leave, and they will depart. So, we've got presence chest. Oh, I'm going to give that to the captain. I'm going to give that. Presence, 11, all right. Well, if the spirit succeeds, which means he needs to roll 11s for the spirit, if that succeeds, they'll go. Because we've also got the fact that he's got Staines and everyone behind him. Natural 20. Okay. All right. Natural 20 is good enough for me. That means that they are inclined towards doing what he says, and they like him, and they are going to go, all right, oh, fair enough.
But I tell you what, we'll come back tomorrow, eh? See if you're alive, we'll come back tomorrow.
And they're all gonna, those four will let you that natural 20. Otherwise, if you'd have failed it, there would be a Barney. They'll sort of like go past. Staines will suck his guts in. Though, Eddie Hall, I am not saying you've got guts, but you know, you've got like bravery, innit? And so he'll like sneak past and go, see you later then, lads. And the four of them will bugger off. We'll say that consumes that part of that bit. They are now in this room. What do we have in this room? This is the chamber. So there's a bed that looks like it's been slept in because some of them slept on it. There's a book which has got, like, it's open. And the last few pages are stuck together by dried blood. And it's all written in Spanish, and none of them understand Spanish anyway. And then there's a doorway leading out and down. And so they'll have a bit of a search around the room.
Twos and twos, 20 twos.
And they find nothing. There's nothing there to find anyway. And then they'll go down some short stairs, which will lead from here. This is where they are. That's what's called the butler's quarters. And that will lead down to a much bigger room. But still there's no light. There's a bit of air that comes breezing through here, which is full of beds and all sorts of stuff. And that would be the servants' quarters. There's about 10 beds stuffed with hay. There's a damp, mouldy smell in here. And there's 4 chests. Each chest seems to be open. There's also like a broom, there's some rope, there's some empty tankards. There's some tankards. Some tankards are rolling around. There's some tankards on the floor. What we got? There's some beds. And so, they go, oh, Captain, we could have slept down here. This would have been much more comfy.
Smells a bit though, doesn't it, lads?
So they are going to start looking around and start searching around here. Now, hiding under one of the beds, hiding under the covers of one of the beds, there is a starving treasure hunter, Saphir, and it was her mates who were killed in there by the Baron apparently last night. So we will do a search roll at one point, so that we will get possibly a treasure map, page 119. We'll roll up a treasure map. And then there's a roll on the loot the table if we get a successful presence chest search. So we'll have
Captain Pete finds Sophia and some treasure.
then we've got XO. XO will find the map. Bates has got a presence of 2, so 12. Bates will find also a roll, and Staines. Everyone finds something. So even though we've got 1 roll, I'm going to give them. We've got 39, which would be Bates. Bates finds a feather. Oh, it says it's the Devil's Luck feather. We won't give him 2 Devil's Luck feather. He finds a pretty feather, just a plain pretty feather. Staines gets a stone ring. Staines will like that. Staines will find it. He won't mention it to any of the lads, but he's going to put it on because he's going to think that is going to make his fists much more harder because it's this real, it's a big stone ring. It's a big stone ring that he whacks on his finger. Then we've got XO. He finds a treasure map. Here we go. So, treasure maps. We are going to roll up a treasure map using page 119 treasure maps. Pick and choose from the tables as needed, then grab some parchment paper and quill and get to work. Oh, you draw a treasure map. Right, we've got, what type of treasure map is it? It is a 1. Simple treasure map. Geographic area, X marks the spot. So we've got like an island or something with an X. It's made of D12. Is this one of the D4, D12, D8, It is. So we've got, we'll do a D12, a D8, a D6, and a D10. And then we've got a D8, which is the final bit. So we've got, what do we need? We need a D12. A 6. It's only in someone's mind or memories. No, it doesn't work because it's an actual map. It's on a shell, so it's not a big map, and it's on a shell. The 8 is a 7. A lake. It shows a lake, and it's near here. So this is going to be in the jungle. So that's that, and then we've got a D10, which is a 4. Oh, but how are we going to know it's when they're underwater? Okay, we'll ignore that. So it's a simple treasure map. Let's draw. So we've got a lake. We'll go. This is what it looks like. It's got Lake of Skulls written. There's all these palms like around here. There's a thing in the middle, and there's one palm tree there, and it's got dash 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 cross with a 4, and there's a north pointing this way on the map, and it's just map on the shell. So this is on a this is drawn on the back of some sort of turtle shell. It's a treasure map, and that's what they've got. So if they go into the jungle, we'll find a treasure map, and then we'll roll. We need to roll a complication, page 119, once we get there.
Oh, Captain, I think I found a treasure map.
Have you, lad? I think I found a woman. Oh, hello there, darling.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, you're not the Baron, are you? I don't want to get killed.
Everyone here is from up north. I can only do one type of accent. I definitely can't do Hollowponds. So what we're servants' quarters. So this is Sophia. So Sophia will start. Maybe Sophia will join them. So let's have Sophia. Sophia is going to join the crew for a bit. She's going to. Let's see. So if Captain Pete can put up a dapper. Oh man, I know. Captain Pete is going to. So she's scared. Captain Pete is going to attempt to do a presence check. 11. Well, we gave him 11 last time, so I'm going to give him 11 this time. As long as he can succeed on a spirit check, which means that his ritual will kick off again. 8. Oh, 8 plus 1 is a 9. It fails, which means that we've got like a mishap, because whenever it fails, we do the mishap thing. And she is going to really not want to hang out with them anymore. Depending on what this mishap is, it might be really bad. And I'm going to give them an encounter roll as well. 8. D12 birds, they swarm you all around. Okay, so this is birds. So birds pop into existence. Okay, she's going to disappear during this bit. So we'll do this as our last thing. Some D12 birds pop into existence. This might do them over. D12 can be quite big. 12 birds. All right. So 12 of those birds come into existence. All of a sudden, they just pop into existence. We've got 12 birds. Each one's got 2 hit points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They do a D2 damage. They have no morale. They flee when half is dead. So when 6 have died, they will disperse. They pop into existence. They're going to sort of swap. The whole room is just filled with birds that are just madly, as the captain attempts to use his ritual, so he can't use that again. That's till dawn is out of uses. They appear in the madness. Sophia, instead of helping, she is going to use this as her cue to get out, and they're not going to be able to stop her because there's these mad birds. The room is just full of feathers and birds, and as XO is saying,
I got a lovely map.
and Staines is looking at his ring, and Bates is going,
Do you know, I could give this feather to Veronica.
oh, I quite like that. I just said off the cuff. The birds are just going to go mental. There's crawling, their claws are scratching, their beaks are scratching, and let's see
who goes first. It's the lads.
Captain Pete. What's Captain Pete going to do? Do we know what Captain Pete's going to do?
He's going to shoot him with his pistol.
He's going to pull out the flintlock, but it's a quite tight moving. He then might get daggers out afterwards. There's no way. 14 hits. Doing 2d4. He can't not kill one because they've only got 2 hit points. One goes down. There's a boom, and one goes down. Then we've got XR. 13 with all of his stuff is definitely going to hit. He has to kill. He can't not kill one. XO. Then we've got Bits. 17 is definitely going to... He kills one with a boom. And then we have Stains, because there's all coming around. Stains is just going to try and punch one out of the air. So he doesn't get the -2 for this one. A 10. What is his strength? I think his strength is 2, which means it's a 12, which is a hit. His strength is 2, which is a 12, which is a hit. He does 2d4 damage, so the minimum he can do will kill one of the birds. So they have knocked 4 birds out, which means there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left, which means they're still going. The birds will then go mental, trying to scratch everyone up. Each bird is going to randomly roll a d4 and a d20 and will attack that person in each one, doing damage. They can potentially get really messed up with this. So this bird is going to hit because that's a foul dodge against number 2. And number 2 is Exo. So Exo takes d2 damage. He takes 1 point damage. He gets scratched. The next bird tries to swoop into, I think number 3 is Bates, but Bates dodges out the way. The next one, 4 is going to hit Exo again, doing 2 points of damage to Exo. Exo goes to 3 hit points. The next one, so what was that? That's the third one. I'm going to have to tick them off. 1, 2, 3. Fourth one, Bates, who dodges. Fourth one, fifth one is against
Captain Pete. Captain Pete, swift as you like, gets his pistol out and sort of like go, get out of the way.
Then we've got 3 more left. Stains gets caught by one of the birds. Does 1 point of damage on Stains. 2 more of the birds left. Sorry to take, last bit. Captain Pete dodges. And Stains gets hit again. For 1 point. So the birds are madly gone. There's feathers all over the place. Stains is covered in scratches and cuts. Exo is covered in scratches and cuts. And the birds are sort of reeling around and around. They're still deciding whether to keep going. The birds, we've got, what's that? It's Captain Pete's 2, it's 4. So the birds get to go. No, the crew gets to go. No one's, so Exo is going to be reloading because he can only really do that. Bates is going to grab his machete. Stains has still got his fists out. And the captain is going to switch to have his knives. So the captain is going to do, so the captain technically gets 2 attacks for this with knives. The first hit, because he's doing, does a d4, if the first one hits, he's got -2 on this attack, which means so that does 14, plus his strength of 2, which is a 16, which definitely hits. He does a d4 damage on 1 bird, 4 points, killing 1 bird. But an auto hit with the other one, because if he hits with his first, he auto hits with the second, doing 2 points, killing 2 birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Two birds with 1 stab. That's not bad.
Now we've got Stains. He will get a -2 on this one. So Stains is just flailing around and isn't successfully killing anything. And Bates gets out the machete, and Bates fumbles getting the machete out, and he can't get hit. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly 6 have been killed. And so at this point, we will say the rest of them, because they want to flee at half strength, the rest of them will like magically disperse. All the feathers go, all the bodies of the dead birds go, and the mystical mishap basically undoes itself. Exor is in a rough way. Sophia has buggered off. They have not searched very far, but at least they've got somewhere. So they've got one bit that they could come back to this. They've got one sort of search left for this day, and then it'll be night time again. And they've got, that's about it really. I think that's it. We will leave them in the servants' quarters, bandaging up wounds. Will they bandage up wounds? No, they're not going to bandage up wounds. They're not going to do it. It's just scratches and stuff. If Exo makes them a nice dinner. Oh no, maybe they will actually. Do we have a medical kit with some stuff left in it? Yes, we do. We've got 4 uses of medical kit left, which I think heals a D4. So we're going to bandage up Exo and Stains. They both get a D4 back of hit points. I think that's it. So Exo gets 3, Stains gets 2. So Exo gets 3 back, which I think puts Exo back on full hit points. We've only got 2 bandages left. 3, 3, yep, Exo goes back to full. Stains got 2 back, which puts Stains back onto full. Okay, so we spend some time bandaging up. We've still got 1 session left to do, and we'll leave them there. Actually, I'll stop. I'll stop now instead of wittering as I normally do. Thank you very much for sticking with me till the end of this session as we continue to use some pre-written material and exploring Skeleton Point from the core book of Pirate Borg. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Thank you awesomely to our members. You are awesome people, and I will try to find some free things or some digital codes that I can provide to you. Maybe Pirate Borg. Maybe I'll see if I can get someone from Free League Publishing to give me some free codes for Pirate Borg, and we can put those up as a competition for members.
I'll make a note to ask Bo, as I just made that up on the spot.
And with that, we will end. Thank you very much for your time. I shall see you later for more solo gaming fun. See ya.